All right, so Elon Musk, the wealthiest man in the world and probably the most destructive bureaucrat in modern American politics, is now running away from political interviews. And when asked political questions, he is refusing to answer them. That's exactly what happened in a new CBS interview where a reporter tried to get Elon Musk to talk about what Trump is doing, and he just outright refused, saying, "Not talking about it, we're moving on." So I want to play this clip for you. But before I do so, let me give you some context here with this article from CBS about this interview. It reads, quote, "Elon Musk on DOGE and why he doesn't want to, quote, take responsibility for everything the administration is doing." You're kind of seeing this fracture between Donald Trump and Elon Musk and their relationship. In the beginning, Donald Trump and Elon Musk got along great. Quote, "He is truly an incredible guy," Trump said at a campaign rally last October, and I don't say that often. Musk spent $288 million to elect Trump and his allies. The president invited Elon Musk into the Oval Office and cabinet meetings. Musk called himself, quote, "first buddy," which is still incredibly cringe to this day. Mr. Trump welcomed Musk's idea to create a Department of Government Efficiency. You got to give him credit, the president told reporters. Musk demonstrated his goals for DOGE by wielding a chainsaw at a February meeting of the conservative PAC. "This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy," he bellowed. This is the image that I'm sure you've all seen by now. In 4 months, DOGE took the chainsaw to every federal department. 250,000 workers were fired or bought out. Musk even slashed grants and staffing at environmental agencies like the EPA and NOAA after decades of warnings about the risk of climate change. But Musk did not enjoy the pushback. There were acts of violence, death threats, lawsuits, mandatory rehirings, and shouting matches with cabinet members. And of course, Tesla profits plummeted 71%, and Musk's net worth dropped by 100 billion. Last month, Musk finally left Washington, but still intended to work on DOGE a day or two a week. And this past Tuesday, he offered Sunday Morning, CBS, an interview at SpaceX's headquarters near Brownsville at the southern tip of Texas. And this is where we get into the clip. They finally sat down for this interview, and Elon Musk, when asked a political question, decided to run away. Have a look.
But the interview didn't get off to a smooth start.
I noticed that all of your businesses involve a lot of components, a lot of parts. Do the tariffs and the trade wars affect any of this?
You know, tariffs always affect things a little bit.
Wondering what your thought is on the ban on foreign students, the proposal. I mean, you were one of those kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we want to stick to, the subject of the day, which is like spaceships, as opposed to, presidential policy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was told anything's good, but
No, well, no.
Wow. So this reporter who is interviewing Elon Musk was told beforehand that he's allowed to ask anything, that everything's on the table. He's allowed to ask Elon Musk about Donald Trump. And then Elon Musk rejects, says, well, actually, no, I don't want to talk about that. And this was occurring before one of his spaceship flight takeoffs that he does at SpaceX. But wow, Elon Musk proclaims that Donald Trump is one of the best presidents ever. He spent hundreds of millions of dollars to elect him. And then when asked to defend his policy, he pivots. He says, well, no, I want to talk about this instead. I mean, it's so classic with Elon Musk running from accountability, evading questions about the insane things that he's done simply because he doesn't like them. And that brings us to another aspect of this article, that Musk was actually willing to talk about the DOGE firestorm against him. The reporter said, quote, "You've spoken about how much of a grind and a stress it was on you, and Tesla's reputation took a hit. Your reputation took a hit. People are very upset about the effects on Social Security and national parks and air traffic and food safety and cancer research. Alzheimer's research. Now that you've had a chance to look at it, might there have been a different approach?" Musk said, yeah, I think what was starting to happen was that, it's a bit unfair because, DOGE became the whipping boy for everything. So if there was some sort of cut, real or imagined, everyone would blame DOGE. I've had people think that, somehow DOGE is going to stop them from getting their Social Security check, which is completely untrue. I was just thinking about the, move fast and break things, before you really understand what the agency does. And then Musk responded, yeah, I mean, I guess that part of it is, it depends on where you're coming from. I'm a proponent of smaller government, not bigger government. So now if somebody's a proponent of, more government programs and bigger government, and they see, hey, quote, DOGE is cutting all these government programs, then they'll be fundamentally opposed to that because they think the government should just do more things. That's a fundamental, I guess, ideological opinion. But my frank opinion of the government is that, the government is just the DMV. They got the big okay. So when you say it's like, let's have the government do something, you should think, do you want the DMV to do it? Now, I got to be honest. The quote I'm just reading there is completely incomprehensible. Like I had trouble reading it. I have no idea what he's talking about. He just kind of rambles incoherently. But once again, that brings us to another clip from this interview where suddenly, out of nowhere, Elon Musk started it by saying, I don't want to talk about politics. And then he willingly started talking about politics. So maybe he just needed to get comfortable or something. I don't know. But let's take a look at this clip as well of Elon Musk talking about the government and Trump. And we just got a little bit of a tidbit there in that article.
Opinion of the government is that like the government is just like the DMV that got big. Okay, so like when you say like let's have the government do something, you should think, do you want the DMV to do it?
And then Musk started talking about the Trump administration. I hadn't even asked him about Trump.
And it's not like I agree with everything the administration does. So it's like I agree with much of what the administration does, but we have differences of opinion. There's things that I don't entirely agree with. But it's difficult for me to bring that up in an interview because then it creates a bone of contention. So then I'm a little stuck in a bind where I'm like, well, I don't want to, speak out against the administration, but I don't want to. I also don't want to take responsibility for everything the administration is doing.
That is a comment that I'm sure the Trump administration will not be happy about. And I actually have that quote right here that I just want to read again. And quote, said Elon Musk, it's not like I agree with everything the administration does. So it's like, I agree with much of the administration does, but we have differences of opinion. There are things that I don't entirely agree with, but it's difficult for me to bring that up in an interview because then it creates a bone of contention. So then I'm a little stuck in a bind where I'm like, well, I don't want to, speak up against the administration, but I also don't want to take responsibility for everything the administration's doing. So what Elon Musk is implying here is that he knows deep down in his cold body that a lot of the things the Trump administration is doing is wrong, that they have it wrong, that Donald Trump has it wrong, whether it be about the students that he was asked about, whether it be the tariffs that are clearly making Elon Musk's life and his companies far more difficult, whatever it might be. Elon Musk knows that the Trump administration is doing a lot of bad things, and that's exactly what happened, and he kind of let a little bit of that slip when he criticized the big, beautiful bill. This is the same interview where Elon Musk talked about it adding to the debt. He said, I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, doesn't decrease it, and undermines the work that the DOGE team is doing. I think the bill can be beautiful or big, I think the bill can be big or beautiful, but I don't know if it could be both, my personal opinion. So again, I think that what this interview is really exposing is that, number one, as we already know, Elon Musk is a coward. He will run away from political questions if he doesn't like them, as he did at the beginning of the interview. But also, there's clearly a fracture in the relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. So much so that he's saying yeah, I don't want to take responsibility for everything Trump is doing. I don't like this bill. I don't like this. It's just interesting to see them break because initially Donald Trump and Elon Musk framed it as if they agree on everything. 100% they're perfectly aligned. Now Elon Musk is like, well, I don't want responsibility for that. He sees his company stock going down. He sees his net worth going down, and suddenly he gains a conscience. I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, I just wanted to show you this clip and this interview that Elon Musk did that just got released today. And I wanted to talk to you about it. So I will leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. It goes an incredibly long way. Also drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. And as I always say, I greatly appreciate you and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.